Welcome to Black Pearls, Distinguished Women of Color, the channel that showcases the stories of inspiring and influential Black women from history and today. In this episode, we will explore the life of Mary Mcleod Bethune, a trailblazing educator, activist, and presidential advisor. Mary Mcleod Bethune was born on July 10, 1875, in Maysville, South Carolina, to parents who had been enslaved. She was the 15th of 17 children and the first in her family to be born free. She grew up working in the cotton fields with her family, but she had a thirst for learning. She attended a one-room schoolhouse for Black children, where she learned to read and write. She also taught her parents and siblings what she learned. When she was 11 years old, she received a scholarship to attend Scotia Seminary, a boarding school for Black girls in North Carolina. There, she received a rigorous academic education and developed a strong Christian faith. She graduated in 1893 and went on to study at the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, hoping to become a missionary in Africa. However, she faced discrimination and rejection from missionary societies that did not accept Black women. She decided to pursue a career in teaching instead, and taught at several schools for Black children in the South. In 1898, she married Albertus Bethune, a teacher and preacher, and they had one son. In 1904, Bethune moved to Daytona Beach, Florida, where she saw a need for education among the growing Black population. She started a school of her own, with $1.50 in her pocket and 5 students in a rented cabin. She called it the Daytona Normal and Industrial Institute for Negro Girls. She worked tirelessly to build a schoolhouse, solicit donations, and enlist the support of both the Black and white communities. She also taught her students practical skills such as sewing, cooking, and gardening, as well as academic subjects such as math, science, and history. Her school grew rapidly and gained a reputation for excellence. In 1923, it merged with the Cookman Institute for Men in Jacksonville, Florida, to form what is now known as Bethune-Cookman University. Bethune served as the president of the college until 1942, and again from 1946 to 1947. She was one of the few women in the world to serve as a college president at that time. Bethune's efforts on behalf of education and improved racial relations brought her to national prominence. She became involved in various women's clubs and civil rights organizations, such as the National Association of Colored Women and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In 1935, she founded the National Council of Negro Women, an umbrella group that united different Black women's groups and advocated for their interests. She also became a close friend and advisor to President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his wife Eleanor. She was appointed as the director of the Division of Negro Affairs of the National Youth Administration in 1936, where she helped create job opportunities and educational programs for Black youth. She also organized a group of Black leaders who advised the president on issues affecting the Black community. This group was known as the Black Cabinet or the Federal Council of Negro Affairs. Bethune was also active in international affairs. She attended several conferences on world peace and human rights. She was the only African American woman among the U.S. delegates who drafted the Charter of the United Nations in 1945. Bethune died on May 18, 1955, at the age of 79. She left behind a legacy of courage, vision, and leadership. She was honored with many awards and recognitions during her lifetime and after her death. Her former home in Daytona Beach is now a National Historic Landmark and a museum. Her statue stands in Lincoln Park in Washington, D.C. as a symbol of her contributions to American society. Mary Mcleod Bethune was truly a Black pearl who shone brightly in her time and inspired generations to follow. She once said, "I leave you love, I leave you hope, I leave you the challenge of developing confidence in one another. I leave you respect for the use of power, I leave you faith, I leave you racial dignity." Thank you for watching this episode of Black Pearls, Distinguished Women of Color. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories of amazing Black women.